Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, click like, or select notifications. Today, I have a bit of a change of pace for you. I'm going to share what I would typically do in the gym with a dumbbell workout for your chest and triceps. So as you come down to your mat, we're going to grab a set of weights, moderate in your weight selection. We're going to start with a chest press up to the ceiling and then pull the elbows all the way down to the floor. Now, you could also do this up on an elevated surface like an ottoman or a bench, but I like doing this down on the floor to kind of catch the elbows at the bottom range of the movement, where your chest is being stretched and where it's at its weakest point. So here we have the floor catching the elbows on the way down, pushing all the way back up. We're trying to keep the elbows just off the floor as they come down. Good, so we keep the work in the chest, in the front deltoids as we bring the weights down and up. Next one, we're gonna hold it down, turn the palms in to face one another and go into an A press. So this one is gonna make kind of a big triangle. You're going to still pull the elbows down to the sides, but the hands continue to face one another down and up. Good, really squeeze the weights towards one another at the top so you get that additional flexion in through the front of the body. Awesome. Let's hold this next one up at the top. And next we'll move into a close grip bench press. So here you're keeping the weights nice and close, kind of rubbing the elbows along the outer edges of the rib cage as they come down. So this is your chest press more into the triceps. So squeeze along the back of the arm as you press the weights up from the elbow kind of towards the armpit. Awesome. Good, now let's ditch one of your weights. Hold on to one. We're gonna go back into the chest press just with your single dumbbell. We're gonna bring the bar or the dumbbell down to the lower chest line, and then we're gonna bring the bar or dumbbell up overhead. Awesome, so again, down, over, back, and up. A little bit of choreography for you today. Keeping the elbows nice and tight, about shoulder width or just a little bit outside of shoulder width apart. This is where those bigger dumbbells make a little bit of a difference because then you can have your hands a little bit further apart. But we work with what we've got, you know? So whatever you've got, you're just taking those elbows nice and close, rubbing against the rib cage, pushing up, squeezing on the way down, bringing it up overhead. Again, we have the floor to catch the weight if it gets to be too much. Good, we're going to keep activation along the rear deltoids into the shoulders. We want to keep the abs braced as we bring this choreography into play. We want to keep the feet planted on the floor. Awesome. Let's just go into our tricep extension from your reclined position. We're going to bring the weight down towards the forehead, squeeze along the back of the arm from elbow to armpit as you push the weight back up. So just imagine this movement only moving the forearm. Try to keep the elbows stacked over the shoulders or just slightly below the shoulders, and then squeeze into the back of the arm on the way up. Awesome. Let's come all the way up. We're going to ditch this dumbbell as well and go into some tricep dips. So you're going to bring your hands right behind your hips, elbows squeeze towards the back. You can walk your feet in, come into a reverse tabletop, straighten along the backs of the arms, and then bend the elbows to dip the hips down towards your mat. Eye gaze up to the ceiling so you've got length along the neck. Good. The closer the hips are to the hands, the easier this will be on your front shoulders. That's a personal choice for you. You could also do this one from a bench, from an ottoman, or from an elevated surface like a stair. Next up, from seated, we're going to do our tricep extension with a single dumbbell. Wrap your fingers around one another just to make sure you got those dumbbells tight, elbows tight, and we're just pressing the weight from the mid-shoulders all the way up. Good. So again, that forearm movement, forearms leaning down towards the elbow line or just below, and then forearms stacking up over the lower area of the arm from the elbow to the armpit. Awesome. We are going to flip it over next. Come into all fours. And we're going to go into some push-ups. You want to make sure you open your fingers up from thumb to pinky. This is going to allow you to push more into your knuckles and lift up away from the wrist. So once you have that wide placement, you can go into your push-ups, either from kneeling, looking out over the front edge of the mat, or you can take your knees back behind you into a kneeling push-up. Or if you're up for it, you can be up on your toes, lifting your knees up from the mat. Keep your elbows nice and close to you, down and up. Last two. Last one. And done. Awesome. Come into a child's pose. Release out of that one. Rotate through the wrists if you need to. And then we've got one more move, your tricep kickback. Hand to stomach to remind you to brace your core. And that same movement we did before to work in through the tricep, elbow flexion and extension, moving the forearm forward and back, squeezing into the back of the arm, the elbows glued to your side, and that's going to help isolate the triceps. Awesome. Big squeeze or a light pause at the back end as you push the weight back, and let's go to the other side. Good. Again, hand to belly to remind you to engage your core in this forward lean. It helps protect the back. Good. Now you could also do this one from standing if this is bothersome for your knees. You've just got a few more on this side, and then we'll add in some stretches, and you are all done. Awesome. Kick back, squeeze, press, push, and done. Awesome. Let's stretch those triceps first. Hand down the back, grab below the elbow or push from below. Switch sides. We'll go into a few shoulder rolls next. So as you release the arm, roll the shoulders up, down, and back, and then roll them forward a few times. And then we'll finish off with a chest opener, elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, open up across the front edge of the body, and then exhale, bring it all in for your well-deserved hug. A pleasure working out with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. For more, please like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. And if you have a moment, follow me on social as well at HealyFit. Until next time, y'all, be well.